Welcome back to AmbitionZ VapeR. Today we're looking at the Lost Vapes Sirius 200w TC box mod. These were sent to me from Lost Vape for the purpose of this review. It will not change my opinion. I have two colors to show you. It does come in a bunch of different colors. Now the color options, I'm going to show you the two that I have, but I wish they did some other color options on this mod. This is the package that it comes in. Okay, this does not have the DNA chip set inside. This is a proprietary non-DNA, non-evolved chip. It's on the more affordable price range for other people that want to purchase Lost Vape box mods but don't have the money to afford the one with the evolved chipset. So that is the reasoning behind them making these mods. And FYI, Lost Vape has not dropped the contract with Evolve. They are still working with Evolve. Just wanted to mention that I spoke to Lost Vape directly and asked them that specifically, and that is inaccurate information. It says Sirius, has a wolf on there with some stars. It has the galaxy. This is the front of it. All right, 200 watts. It's going to have your color indication. Down here I have the rose gold and the green to show you today. That one's backwards. It's kind of weird. Like, you think that's the front, but then you spin it and that's upside down. Just something to notice. Pull tab from the side, and you have another package. Open that up, and then you get your Sirius box mod. Then you have this other tab here. Pull that out. Inside of here you will receive a micro USB cord for charging, upgrading, and you also get a user manual. So it is charging and firmware upgradable via the USB. It's a dual 18650 die-cast zinc alloy construction. Spring-loaded nickel-plated brass pin. Goes 2 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. It has nickel, titanium, stainless steel, bypass mode, and TCR. Here is the device. It says Sirius. I've looked that up. That's how you say it. You have your screen, your mode selector, wattage up, wattage down, your micro USB port on the front bottom. You also have a little light indicator when you're charging and upgrading. This will pop on. You have your fire button, silver fire button, black housing. That is the rose gold. Then you have some holes for ventilation. It's just plain black on that side. Then you have your 510, and then it has this, well, it has that you can peel off to protect the screen. All right, so that's the screen, brand new. Stainless steel 510. Then it has this kind of like this little lip on it. Maybe you could connect it to a keychain and have it dangle off something. I'm not really sure what's up with this. That's kind of what it seems like. You can hook it, hang it from your neck. Some weird stuff like that I would never do. And then you have your 510. Nickel-plated, spring-loaded 510 pin. It's got some nice travel to it. Nice clean 510 connection. Sirius on it. Okay. Designed and manufactured by Modefined. Has a little finger. You pull it, it pops open. It has a nice spring on it. Not too loose. I think they did a really good job on this door. And it is indicated plus minus. Plus minus down below. The same contacts down below. Can I blow that out so you can see them? Alright, good contacts in there. I think they did a really good job at the door. I mean, it opens up. It's almost like the G-Class. I think this is one of the best doors I've seen like this. They did a really good job on the door. The size of this device, it's going to be 30 millimeters wide, 87 millimeters tall, and about 45 millimeters wide. The 510 itself, probably going to be about 24 or 25. No, that's about 20 millimeters. The diameter of that says it's 20. This is the one I've been using. Got the dead rabbit on top, 24 millimeters in diameter, and that's what a 24 will look like on top. 24s look good. Rebel recoil. 25 millimeters in diameter. And 25s look good as well. 25s and 24s look good. 25s are perfect. If we take the Sherman RDA. Oh, not bad, actually. Not bad. 28s don't look bad either. You know? No overhang. Now, there's a little bit of overhang with that lip, but from the actual side, it's doable. Not too bad. That's what it looks like with a 28. So, you could do that as well. Yeah, so clicky buttons. Clicky fire button. Here's the screen. Now, you have to select. So, you have to select it with the M, and then you can go up to 200 watts. It goes not bad. Doesn't go too bad. Now you hit the M button and then you adjust. Now you have nickel, titanium, stainless steel 316, TCR, bypass. Bypass actually does series, which is awesome. And then power. So if we go to nickel, it's going to ask a new coil. I'll do yes. Then you have to select. You can change the Fahrenheit. 600. It round robins after you click, which is awesome. Okay. Done with that. Hit the fire button to select. Hit the M button again. It starts at 30 watts and you can go up to. So you go to 100 watts. And then you hit up and it does auto. Kind of odd. I wish it just went up to 200 watts. I don't want auto. I don't want it to auto to do it. But 100 watts is as high as you can go. All right, and then you select and then you're good. If you go down to settings, stress resistance, select that. Can't select. Clean puff, TCR. You can adjust your TCR here. Right? Back. I'll go back to nickel. You can do titanium, stainless steel, TCR like I had. You can select it, and then that TCR that I set in the settings, that's what you're going to have. Bypass. It kicks out whatever the batteries are kicking out, 8.25 volts. And it gives you the wattage that it's kicking out as well, which I do like. I do like that. Power, there we are, 3.84 volts. My puff counter, settings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll lock it. It's locked. There's no way to really shut it off. Unlock it, and there you go. You can't really shut it off. Now, this thing does go to sleep. Like, say you're vaping on it for a while, and then you put it aside, and then you forget about it, and then you come back to it. Depending on how long you come back, it will lock itself. It doesn't shut it off. It doesn't put it to sleep, but it locks it. So when you pick it up, also, it's kind of a pain in the ass, because when I grab it and want to vape it, you know, I just want to vape, right? But it will say locked, and then I'll have to hit it 5 clicks, unlock it, and then vape. I don't really like that. You know, it's not instant. It's not instantaneous. It's not in like 5 minutes. It's probably more of like 15 to 30 minutes it does that. I have noticed that. Now, it does say in the manual that if you don't use it for 30 minutes, after 30 minutes, it automatically goes to the locked mode, like I told you. Now, this does have some protections. Low battery, short circuit, check atomizer, too hot, and over 10-second cutoff. So that's good. If that's like in your bag and it unlocks itself and it's firing, you know, it will shut off on its own, which I do like that feature, because that has happened to me numerous times with some mods. Like, I'll have it in my book bag and I'll lock it, you know, and then all of a sudden I hear it firing at work, and then my coils burnt the cotton. The thing's hot as hell. I'm super surprised it didn't explode. So I love the 10-second cutoff. I think all mods should have that, because nobody vapes for 10 seconds straight, like holding the fire button and vaping for 10 seconds. Nobody does that. So I do think all should have that. There's also a 3-month warranty on these. Yeah, so this is the green, and that is the rose gold. Now, personally, I don't really like either color. I don't like these colors, and a lot of people on Facebook, when I was talking about these mods, a lot of people thought it looked like a cassette player, and I really can't disagree with them. It does look like an old school cassette player in a way. I don't really like the color options that they chose or went for. I don't like that green, and I don't like that gold. They should have had regular gold. They should have had a darker green. They should have stayed with more of the darker colors. They also made this device. Now, I beta tested it. It works awesome. I love this mod. This is called the Prism. It's a really, really nice device. I don't know if they're coming out with it or not. I think they are, but it has like carbon fiber. It's a triple 18650, like the Triad, you know, but it's like a $40 mod, or it's gonna be a $40 mod. I mean, a 28 looks awesome. It's gonna weigh 177 grams in weight with no batteries, and it's gonna weigh 273 grams in weight with two 18650s inside. The Prism weighs 267 grams in weight with no batteries inside. You put 3 batteries inside of the Prism, it weighs 301 grams in weight, or 300, right on the money. All right, guys, let's go back up top. Let's vape on the Sirius and give you my final thoughts. I'll see you guys in a minute. So what's up, guys? We are back from the close-up on the Lost Vapes. All right, I got the Dead Rabbit on top. Have it in power mode. You guys know I vape in wattage or bypass mode mostly. I don't really do TC, but it does do your nickel, your titanium, your stainless steel, and your TCR coefficient values. So that's a pro, but it only goes up to 100 watts. It goes to auto. That is a con. That is a pretty big con in my opinion. The door is good. The door's on solid. There's no button rattle or battery rattle. Okay, it's a solid device. That's a pro. Nice 510. Everything sits flush, makes a connection that I've put on it. I've put a lot of atomizers on this one. So that's going to be a pro. 24s, 25s will look best. 28s don't look bad either. So I'm going to mention that as a pro as well. Nice flat 510. No issues with that. Nice screen. It's a little bit of a colored screen. I can read it daytime, nighttime. That doesn't matter. Very easy to select the modes. You hit the M button. First you choose up or down. Then you hit the M button and then it turns red. And then you select whatever you wanted to adjust. Your temperature, your wattage, or your mode. Hit the fire button, you're in, you're good to go, you're ready to vape. Now, 105, 110 watts on this feels like true 105, 110 watts. This is probably a true wattage device. I think they did a pretty good job at implementing a DNA board without having the chip from Evolve. I think they did a pretty good job at implementing that. It feels very powerful. It feels like it should feel. 105 watts on this feels pretty similar to 105 watts on a DNA board. So I want to mention them getting the chip pretty good on power performance as a pro. You can go to 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit or up to 300 degrees Celsius. That's a pro. It's pretty good at reading the resistance accurately. That's another pro. The door is very easy to use. I have no issues with the door at all. I mean, it pops off. You can pop it on very easily. It's got a little thing in there to grab with your fingernail to open it. There's some ventilation on the side right there. That's like the only ventilation on the box itself. But there's some ventilation. And they hit it very well with like some sort of like sponge filter material, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm going to mention that as a pro. Does have a puff counter on there. It gives you your volts, gives you your resistance. It gives you the battery life of both batteries. You can charge it using this as well, and it is firmware upgradable. So I'm going to mention that as a pro. Now, the colors of it, I don't like the color options that they went with. I think they're kind of on the, I don't know, I mean, girly side. I'm kind of on the girly side, okay? Nothing's wrong with that. There is girls that vape, okay? A lot of them watch me. But I wish they had some more color options, maybe a darker green, maybe a regular gold color. I think all the colors that boxes come out with are good, solid colors. These colors are a little bit on the lime green. What are you going to match with that? You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to match with that device. But they have other colors, red, silver, you know, they have a bunch of other colors that I showed, that I mentioned, so that's a pro. Kind of looks like a cassette player, in my opinion. It does. We were talking about on my Facebook page, and it does kind of look like a cassette player, like an 80s cassette player. It does. It's a little bit on the old school look, but I must say that Lost Vape, I think they implemented it pretty well on as going towards like the quality of Lost Vape's products, but in this device, that's not close to being the same price as the Lost Vape DNA mods. So I'm going to mention that is a huge, huge pro. Instant fire. Ready? Ready? Fire. Instant fire. Vapes really well, man. I must say I really like this mod on the way it vapes. But depending on if you vape in TC mode and you vape like I vape in wattage mode, you only can go up to 100 watts in TC mode, and then it goes to auto. In auto, I don't like auto anything. I like to choose my own wattage, my own everything, all right? Fire's down to 0.1, 0.05 in TC mode. That's a pro. It's a nice mod. Now, there is a kind of a big con to this mod. There is kind of a big con that I've noticed. I've been using this for about 4 days, 5 days, somewhere around that range. And I sometimes get the button get stuck and it auto fires. That's kind of like a big safety problem, but it's good that they have a 10-second cutoff. So if that does happen, you can't like shut it off. It will shut off automatically. I just want to mention it because it has gotten stuck on me a couple times and it would auto fire and I'd have to, you know, click it to have it stop. That's a kind of a big con, to be honest. After 30 minutes, if you're not vaping, if you put it down, you go take a shower, you go eat, you're on the phone, you just do whatever what you do, and you come back to it and you pick it up and you want to vape, it's going to lock itself. Then you're going to have to hit 5 clicks and unlock it. I don't like that. If I want to manually lock it, okay? You know, I don't care if I have that thing sitting there for 3 hours. I want to pick it up and just hit the button and vape. It shouldn't be draining any power, you know, it shouldn't be killing the battery life in any way because it's off, it goes to sleep. You can't shut it off. There's no feature on this to like manually shut it off. Like you have to take the batteries out to shut it off. That's kind of another con. There needs to be a way to shut this off, you know, and there's not. The only way to shut it off is to take out the batteries. I don't know why some box mods that I come across do that, and I don't like that. If I want to shut that thing off, I want it to shut off. So every time I'm at work and I'm done vaping and I want to go upstairs, I hit 5 clicks, it locks, and then I go about my business. That's fine, but it's technically still on. You know, sometimes I just want to shut it off and go to work, go upstairs, go back to work, come back and turn it on. I don't like how you can't manually shut it off, and it doesn't even shut off automatically. It locks. I want to be specific about that. I mean, they might come out with the Prism. I'm thinking they probably will. I told them that they should, but you know, hopefully they do. I'm not sure. I really like that mod as well. If it is available, if you guys know if it's available or if it does become available down the road, I will do a review on that Prism. Another good feature about the Sirius box mod is that it has a bypass mode. And yes, in this bypass mode, it kicks out series. It kicks out the mod however the batteries are. If they're freshly charged, it's going to kick out about 8.4 volts. And then it's going to drop with, you know, the battery life. And it gives you the wattage that you're vaping at as well, which I thought was really cool. So I really like how this also has a bypass mode in series, not parallel, series. That is awesome, in my opinion. I think that's one of the best features on this mod. You know, if you want to use some James Mucklin series aliens, or you like series vaping, like myself, you can do that. Now, what's also good about this one is it's going to have some protection features. So if you do use it in series, if you've never used a series device, you could use it on this and you'll have some protection features. I think that's a really big pro. For people that are looking to maybe do something different, to learn a little bit more, to try out some different ways of vaping, but want to know that they're safe, this is a good mod to do that with. And then if you like that type of vaping, you can go get an unregulated series device as long as you know your ohms law. Being that it's a series bypass mode, okay, do not put anything on here that is below 0.3 ohms. I would stay at 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, and that's it. Do not go lower than 0.3 ohms on this on bypass mode. I just wanted to mention it. So you can find the Lost Vape in Modefined Sirius box mod at lostvape.com. I'll put those in the description for you. And I also found it on VaporL.com, Cloudy VapeR, and a couple other websites that have it for sale. All right. I'll have the direct links in the description where you can click on it. It will take you over there and you can purchase it. VaporL.com is $43.80. Full transparency on this channel. Any links that look, you know, a little bit different are my affiliate links. I do get a 5 to 10% commission if you purchase from one of those links. It helps support the channel, but I like to be fully transparent on this channel about things like that because there's no need in hiding anything. Besides the looks of it, it's not too bad. The performance on the mod itself is phenomenal. I think Lost Vape and Modefined are doing a really good job at making inexpensive devices that perform extremely well. If a mugger stole my book bag and I was on the train and this was in it, the looks of it, no, I wouldn't go buy it, to be honest. But the performance of it, yes, I would. I hope that makes sense. If you like the looks of this one, I highly recommend you guys to get it. If you don't like the looks of it, well, I mean, that's on you. The auto fire issue could just be mine, you know, but I just wanted to mention it. You know, auto firing is not good in any way. Yeah, the other one that I have is going to my Patreons. They support me, so I like to give them, you know, pretty good stuff. But if you guys would like to join my Patreons, there's a link in the description where you can join it. I give out monthly giveaways for different tiers. The bigger tiers get more box mods, atomizers, etc. The lower tiers get something different, you know, and so on and so forth. So if you'd like to get in on that, that's a way to do it. It's a way to support my channel and win something at the same time, which I thought was pretty cool. That's what I got for you today, squad. I hope you found the video helpful or informative. Hope you gained something out of this review. Consider subscribing. It's free. Content daily, 1080p, 60 frames. Don't waste your bandwidth not being subscribed to the channel. Stay juiced up. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.